Welcome everyone to the special live edition of the Gibby podcast. I'm your host, Gibby. Joining me today is a very special guest host. He is Justin Baird. Say hello everyone, Justin.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Juggernaut097. Go subscribe to me on YouTube, and also go follow me on Twitter at the True JSB. Again, it's at the True JSB. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely go follow him. Great tweets, and definitely go to his YouTube channel. So today, for this edition of Raw's Gibby, we are live. We are going to be doing a Raw review from 2 nights ago. So we'll just get straight into the program. So let's just see. Going to get my notes ready here. So we go to the segment, and we've got opening segment. Roman Reigns out, and Reigns was giving a promo, and no wait, sorry, let me go through this again. Sorry, it's John Cena entered the ring. He's got his champions around his neck, and he was talking about the Fatal 4-Way match, and. Sec. I'm getting so much trouble here. And Reigns came out to interrupt Cena. And Cena, before Reigns interrupted, Cena was hyping up the WWE Network because the WWE Network needs a lot of promotion right now, apparently, the way things are going in terms of their buy-ins. But Reigns came in to interrupt, and they stood from each other, and then Reigns told Cena to the point, and then there was some tension between both Cena and Reigns, and before they could collide, Dean Ambrose came up on the big screen, and he was talking about taking down the Authority. He looked around, and Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Kane attacked him. He tried to swing at the attackers, but Rollins and Orton soon got him rattling against a Cheddar Gate, and then Rollins finished him off, Ambrose off with the curb stomp on a wooden box backstage. This was a pretty interesting segment, but first I'm just going to let Justin give his opinions on the opening segment.
Yeah, this was a pretty good segment. I didn't like how Cena, he tried to switch everything around, because like when he gets booed, like he tries to flip it. I just hate that about Cena. I always hate that about him, and I totally agree. And I hate how he tried to promote the WWE Network. I mean, people aren't going to subscribe because they don't like you, Cena. Like that's how people aren't going to subscribe. I mean, they sound desperate right now. And yes, the network's good and all, but I mean, they don't have to promote 24/7. And yeah, they were talking. Roman Reigns and John Cena were talking in the ring, like you said. I can't remember. Something like he goes like, "I'm better than you" or something. And then he says this Sunday, we'll see. And then Cena says, "I'm better," or something like that. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, it was around that point.
And then Ambrose came on the screen, and then he got attacked and got curve stomped, and then they said there was going to be a 6-man tag later during the night. It was supposed to be Cena, Ambrose, and Roman versus Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Kane, in which it got turned into a handicap match. So,
because God knows we need a bunch more handicap matches in the main event of Raw. This was an interesting segment to start off the show. It's interesting how they're building some tension between Cena and Reigns. This is clearly just an experiment by WWE trying to see the potential of Reigns as a top guy. Judging by the crowd reactions, it's really good. And a lot of people are really wanting to see Reigns succeed, and me too. I think Reigns definitely has the capabilities to be a big main event star. just probably needs to work on his promo skills a bit more. But anyways, besides the point, it was an interesting segment. Dean Ambrose coming up onto the screen. You see the Authority attacking Dean Ambrose. This is storytelling, trying to really build up Ambrose. I think personally Ambrose is the best thing best babyface on Raw right now. I mean, it's a really cool gimmick. Obviously, it reminds people a lot of Brian Pillman, and that's a really good thing. People are really getting behind Ambrose, and that curse stomp though on the wooden box. Oh, that was a brutal finisher, and just
Yeah, it was.
brutal.
I thought he had a concussion when he got that curve stomp. I go like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah, I actually thought so too, because like that, that was just a very good-looking curb stomp, or in this case, bad-looking if he got hurt. But he's not hurt, guys. Don't worry. He's apparently she's apparently had to report that he wasn't hurt because it was that convincing. But yeah, it was definitely a great promo segment to start off the Raw. How about you?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I would have to rate it maybe a 4, a 4 out of 5 probably. What would you have to rate it?
4 out of 5. Yeah. Yeah, I'd give it around the same. Maybe a little bit lower at a 0.75. Just maybe if Cena wasn't trying to hype the network too much. I understand that WWE is a business and they need to make money, but you can't try and force things down your fans' throats. So you can't just assume that with Cena promoting, as he said, that people are going to get those subscribers. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting opening segment to start off the show. So anyways, I'll get on to the next segment, which is our first match. Match surprised me a lot. This was The Miz versus Sheamus. Miz picked up the win here, which surprised me because he lost to Jericho last week. This was an all-right match. This isn't Sheamus' best match, obviously, but going against The Miz, who's not really the greatest wrestler, I guess it's not too bad. And I guess you could say it gives Miz some momentum to Battleground. So yeah, what do you think, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, during this match, Miz said he was going to be entering the Intercontinental title battle royal at Battleground, and a picture was on the Titantron the whole match of The Miz, and
Yeah.
Sheamus took down the Miz a couple times, and they brawled outside the ring for a little while, but yeah, I mean, I was surprised that The Miz won the match because, like you said, he lost to Jericho last week, and I don't really like The Miz. I kind of like him as a face a little bit better, but I mean, it was an all-right match. I mean, nothing too special about this match, though. And what would you have to rate it?
I totally agree with you on that too.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm asking you, what would you have to rate this match?
I would rate this match 5. I'd give it like a 2.75 in my opinion. I mean, it was an alright match. I think the Miz gimmick is starting to get. I'm buying into the Miz gimmick. The perfect guy to embrace the movie star gimmick, and I guess they're trying some different stuff with this gimmick. So.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I see what you mean, what they're doing, like the whole movie star gimmick and stuff. But I mean, he's getting some. Yeah. He doesn't get really much heat from that because not much people like him. Doesn't get much heat. But yeah,
Yeah, and
go ahead.
he's a good heel though in my opinion. I mean, his wrestling skills are top notch, but I think in my opinion, he's a better heel than face. I could see your opinion on that. Miz is probably a better heel, and I can see. But I think I think this gimmick really shows that, in my opinion, that he's a better heel. Just the way he presents himself and all that. Um, but yeah, that's just personally my opinion. Give this a match.
Mhm. I will have to rate this 2.75, the same as you, because nothing too special about this match, like I said. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with you. So we'll get on to the next going through my notes. Next match, Fandango versus Ziggler. I thought we were gonna get this at Battleground, but we decided to get it on the Raw. Before Battleground, this was not an impressive match. This was, not a very good show by both guys. Um, just the way, it seems to me that this match was kind of like the filler for the Summer Rae and Layla feud. Well, not feud, but like the tag team, joining together, and really it's kind of like Summer Rae, Layla, instead of Zig and Fandango. I mean, I'm not. I wish this match was taking place at Battleground on the pre-show. I mean, building it up, and they decided to just put it on Raw, which I didn't really like.
Hold
Um,
on, kind of
yep. Go
interrupt you
ahead.
there for a minute. Okay, so the actual pre-show match on Battleground is actually Cameron versus Naomi. That's on the Battleground pre-show, which I'm kind of happy about because I don't really give a fuck about them two, Cameron and Naomi. I don't really care about them,
Yeah.
and also, I didn't like this match. I thought it could have been a better match than it was. It wasn't very long of a match. Like Summer Rae and Layla
No.
started dancing on the table, and who won this match? I can't remember. I think it was Ziggler who pulled out the win.
Ziggler in the match.
Yeah, Ziggler won the match. It wasn't very long, and they got Summer Rae and Layla got in the ring, and they started dancing around Dolph Ziggler, and this wasn't interesting at all. This wasn't entertaining. I just didn't even like this. I mean, they should push Dolph Ziggler, like give him a push again, But WWE doesn't want to, which fucking sucks. I hate that. I mean,
Yeah,
he has so much
I
potential,
totally
but
agree with you.
they don't know how to. They're not booking him right. It's the WWE creative team,
Yeah,
like not Ziggler. It's the creative team. They don't know how to book him.
yeah,
Uh,
I agree with you on that. And it's just and just everything about this match just didn't feel right either. Just at least I mean, I believe Dolph Ziggler isn't too mad about it. I mean, he gets to be around Summer Rae and which I guess is a good thing for him. But it's I'm glad Ziggler got a win here, but obviously this is not what fans want to see when in this way for Ziggler to win.
yeah,
It seemed too fluky of an win for Ziggler to be taken seriously against Ango of all people, and so it's and they didn't even the entrance as far as I can remember from that match for Fandango. I don't remember him doing that entrance he does. So I
yeah,
think it's really Fandango's coming to an end a little bit of his relevancy.
yeah. I do have to agree with you. Um,
So we'll
you
get
know, hold on, I gotta say something. They
yeah
should call Layla and Some Ray. They should call them Some Way. Some Way. That should be their tag team. Some Way. That should be their tag team.
yeah
I that'd just be weird.
yeah I, that. Absolutely
But
yeah.
yeah.
So the we'll just go straight to the next one.
Mhm.
Yep, we'll just go straight to the next section of the show. We had the Sonic promotion. Oh man, it was just. I mean, the costume putting Sandow in were pretty funny. I had to admit, even though I'm not liking the way they're booking him right now, but I do have to admit some of the costumes they had him put in was pretty funny. But on a Sonic employee, like really, that's and for a cheap promotion, you have this promotion in the middle of your show, but there's people out in Canada, United Kingdom, as far as you're an international brand and you're doing a Sonic promotion. Some of those countries don't have Sonic, so this is an especially big waste of time for those guys, but for those guys that are watching Canada, UK, all those guys, it's just a complete waste of time to those guys to be seeing a promotion, an ad for something that they can't get, and something being wasted and seeing something wasted from Sandow and Adam Rose too. This was completely wasted. This filler throughout the show. This doesn't even get a grade. I'm gonna give it a dud. I didn't like this at all. The rumor is Santino is on putting Adam Rose in the spot of Santino Marella of being the lower mid-card comedy gimmick. That just goes to show how much faith they have in Adam Rose. And, Dane Sandow dressed up as a Sonic employee. This goes to show, in my opinion anyways, if you disagree, let me know in the comments, but in my opinion, this just shows where Sandow absolutely nowhere. People are trying to build it up, as, maybe it's leading somewhere, maybe it's just some sort of special gimmick for Sandow. It's leading nowhere, in my opinion. I mean, eventually you have to get to a climax where he does something, and all it's been is the same stuff every week, and it's just an absolutely stupid promotion. So, what was your take on it, Justin?
Yeah, it was really stupid. I hated this segment. Like Damon Sandow, trying to do a Sonic plug. Like him dressed as a Sonic employee, like you said, and then Adam Rose took his hot dog, whatever that was. I think it was a hot dog. But there's not really. It's not worth going into detail about. I don't really want to go into detail about this. This was horrible. That's how bad it was. I'm not going to go into detail anymore about this. I give this a 0 out of 5. I'm not even. I don't know like this. Like they could put more faith into Damien Sandow. That's all I have to say. They could put more faith into him. But no, they just want to. I hate how they have this sports entertainment. It should be wrestling entertainment. We're there to watch wrestling. We're there to get entertained by wrestling, not all these promos. Yes, I like promos. Not all these segments, like the stupid one with Damon Sandow and Adam Rose, and it's just dumb. I hate that. We're there to watch wrestling.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly the point. I've been trying to say that, for weeks and weeks on end, and I'm going to make that point. Wrestling entertainment. This is called World Wrestling and for a reason, because they entertain people through wrestling, not through promotions, not through stupid segments. It's wrestling promotion. We want to be professional wrestling. At least I do. I don't know if any other casual WWE fan wants to see a Sonic promo. I bet you even they don't want to see a Sonic promo in their wrestling show. But anyways, they totally hit the nail in the coffin there. Wrestling entertainment. I agree with you 100%. So I'm just going to move on to the next segment in this match. We had the Usos being ambushed by Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. This is good build-up to their match at Battleground, in my opinion. It kind of lacked a little bit. Maybe I thought they needed something a bit more in order to really make it better. But it's just a typical. It's a good little way to build up their feud before Raw. I didn't have any or Battleground, sorry. I didn't have any problem with this segment. But what did you think, Justin?
Yeah, I didn't mind this. I actually like this. This was pretty good. I like the
Mhm.
build to this. Anyways, they're gonna have a hell of a great match at Battleground. 2 out of 3 falls. I mean, hopefully it's better than their
Oh yeah.
match at better at better. I'm botching right now. Hopefully their match is better here than Money in the Bank because their match was great. Money in the Bank. Don't get me wrong. Like it was awesome, but hopefully they can make it much better. Now here's how I see that match going. I just want to tell them that. I see the Usos getting a win. I
Yep.
see the Whites getting the win, and then the Whites getting their win, and new tag champs. That's how I see that going this Sunday.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep. Definitely. And I think maybe we'll see Usos retain here at Battleground, and then I think they're going to do Wyatt's their big moment at
Summer,
SummerSlam. But I could be
yeah,
totally wrong. Maybe they do yeah, and maybe their big moment at SummerSlam. Um, so I do see Usos retaining in this Battleground match, but you never know. Hopefully they can do something a little bit different. But I'm on your point too. I mean, I'm so excited to see this match, especially after seeing the first match, 2 out of 3 falls match for a tag team match. Yeah, I'm sold, and you know, Usos are a good tag team too, and I think they'll really step their game here in this match. And I think I'm just gonna say, even though it's a tag team match, I think the MVP of that match is gonna be Luke Harper because Harper is just awesome. The thing that gets me every time is his facial reactions to the camera just get me every time. So
yeah,
I think Harper's gonna be the MVP of that match. I think they're really gonna showcase her more in the match. I know it's a tag team match. Really, I think Harper to stand out in that. But I'm really excited for this match, and this wasn't too bad of a build for the match. So,
hmm.
anything else you want to add, Justin?
Oh no, I think we covered that segment pretty
Yep.
good. I mean, that was a good match. I mean, that was a good
Mm-hmm.
match from what I remember from it. And who won that match? We forgot to tell who won that match. I think it was.
I don't think anybody won that. I think it was like a count out or something like that, or some sort of disqualification. I can't remember either. But I think they said that the Usos were going to face Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, that's why I thought I heard also.
Yeah, and they had a backstage segment on the WWE YouTube channel talking about Slater and O'Neil not getting their match. That's an interest. They're like two guys who would team up to be a tag team, but you never know.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move on to the USA Russia Detente, I think it's called. I don't remember, but
Yeah,
it's
you're
actually
right.
just back and forth between US and Russia. Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger and Alexander Rusev and Lana. This was a pretty good segment in my opinion. I just thought maybe it kind of dragged a little bit, and there was a little bit of awkward moments
Yeah.
during. But
There was this
yeah,
one fun. There was
go
this
ahead.
there was this one funny part in the segment where Lana goes like, "Shut up! I'm talking to your stupid American," which was funny. But
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
Lana.
I
Yeah, I
yeah,
like that.
I like this segment. It just kind of dragged a little bit for me, anyways. I don't know about you, but
Yeah,
it dragged for me.
it did drag. And did you notice that Swagger didn't barely talk? Only Zeb Coulter talked for him because you
Oh
know,
yeah,
I don't think Jack Swagger should be a face. Who would Rusev face then? But I don't Jack Swagger's face material because he can't talk on the mic very well as a face probably. That's why they have Zeb Coulter
yeah.
for him. I mean, it was all right. I mean, but it dragged on.
hmm
The segment dragged
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah, and I agree with you on that. I mean, Coulter's a good speaker for Swagger. I think because Lesnar was able to go on his own with Heyman. as his manager, and it led to some good things. So I'm not too concerned about Swagger as a fit. I'm all for trying new things in WWE, something fresh and something new. And Swagger being a face is something new and something fresh that we haven't seen in WWE. Swagger, I don't think in all of WWE career, including Florida Championship Wrestling, I don't think he's ever been a face in WWE. So this is a good little test run, and I think it's really going successful. And it's all on the heels of it's all on the heels of Zeb Coulter, really. I mean, Coulter really bringing this feud much better, and so is Lana. I mean, the thing is, though, I worry though is that if managers are great, but I'm worried that they get get more of that heat, instead of the actual wrestler. So like it's the case with Alberto Del Rio. I mean, he couldn't get over, but his manager Ricardo Rodriguez got over like really, really well. So I'm just kind of worried that the managers, especially for Lana and Rusev, I think Lana is what's making Rusev go over as wrestler, in my opinion. I don't know what you think, Justin.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you with that because Rusev doesn't give he does not get much of the heat. I mean, mostly Lana's getting the heat because she's the mouth speaker for Rusev. So I do have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, and it's but nothing taken away from that segment at all. But continue.
And also that crowd was on fire. They were chanting USA like it was crazy. What do you have to say about the crowd?
They were on at the beginning.
Yeah.
They were on fire at the beginning of the shot. They really kind of made me mad a little bit at the end, especially with one. But we'll get to that later. If you follow my Twitter account, you'll probably know what it is. But it's this was a good segment. I just a solid 4 out of 5, definitely. It'd be higher if it did drag, but it was great way to really build up the feud between Rusev and Swagger, and I'm actually quite excited to see this match. I'm wondering where this is going to go, if Swagger goes over or if Rick goes over. So, anyways, what's your rating, Justin?
Yeah, I have to give the 4 also, and I'm interested to see this match at Battleground, and I don't think it's going to be better than their what's it called? I don't think it's going to be better than their versus Big E. Rusev versus Big E match, but it's going to be good. I mean, I see Rusev going over this Sunday. I mean, I can't see him losing because if they have to lose, that's just going to be, lose to Swagger. That wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I wouldn't be surprised seeing Swagger go over, but maybe some sort of, not a cheap tactic, but maybe Rusev finds some way so that they're going to look strong. Because Swagger, I think he's really getting some momentum from his face turn now. I think this could lead to some bigger things and make him even more relevant in WWE. But yeah, I like this segment, and I do think though I do think Rusev will go over, but I wouldn't be surprised if Swagger were to go over as well. So we'll get on to the next segment here. Give me a second through my notes. We have Alberto Del Rio again. We haven't seen that one before. This was a solid match. It wasn't amazing, but it was definitely not a bad match. I find though when I see Van Dam wrestling right now, he's not really on his game in my opinion, and that's maybe because of his age. It may be his age, but I kind of expected a bit more out of this match. There were some good moments in the match. I remember in that match Del Rio mocking Van Dam's RVD gesture. That was a little funny to me. I was a little surprised Van Dam took a loss, but I think they're kind of building up Del Rio a bit more to be a contender in the Intercontinental Championship Battle Royal. But I think if you're gonna bring back a guy like Van Dam, you got to give him some wins. Like you can't let him go over you can't let other wrestlers go over on him all the time. So you got to maybe do some different variety of stuff for Van Dam. But this was a solid match. I don't know what you think, Justin.
I mean, it was all right. I mean, these guys have faced off like it feels like it's 2013 again. I mean, they faced each other like a whole bunch last year. They faced each other at Night Champions, I think so. Yeah, they faced each other at like, Champions like Battleground, and they faced each other like every pay-per-view. And I mean, also during this match, Rob Van Dam, like he went for the five-star frog splash, and then Del Rio got his knees up, and then Del Rio put on the cross arm breaker, and he tapped out to the cross arm breaker. I mean, so match. I mean, nothing too special about this.
Yeah.
But
the only thing that kind of stood out to me was the awkward transition at the end from that knees, because the way they Del Rio transitioned into the cross arm breaker from that was a little awkward to me, but that's really the only thing kind of stood out to me, other than the Del Rio mocking the RVD gestures. But anyways, continue.
I do have to agree with you about that. Like they can't have everybody go over on Rob Van Dam because they need him to win some matches. Because like, yes, he's only there for part time, but he needs to win some matches. He doesn't need to lose every match. I mean, I do agree with you.
He needs to look legitimate.
At least give him the U.S. title. At least give him a title while he's there.
Yeah.
I mean, like the U.S. title. I don't know. Let's give him a title, though.
Yeah, just help alleviate, bring some better status to the titles. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Just at least give them some wins so that when he does take loss, it looks pretty credible. So yeah, that I totally agree with you on that. So anyways, go on to the next segment here. Handicap match between Bella versus Alicia Fox and Cameron. This was kind of a boring match, but I guess it's good in terms of a Divas feud, but it's still not saying much. I'm kind of interested to see where this Nikki Bella Stephanie McMahon feud is going. I'm just wondering where this is going, and I'm wondering why Alicia Fox and Cameron have to be stooges for Stephanie McMahon, because Cameron is kind of in her feud with Naomi, and Alicia Fox makes sense because they have nothing going on for her right now. But anyways, what were your thoughts?
I mean, I didn't really care about this. I mean, I don't really know what they did with this. I don't know what the point of this was. The Divas division sucks in WWE. I hate the Divas division. The Divas division is so much better in TNA, in my opinion. And give me a second. I'm gonna do something.
And I agree with that. I mean, all right. I just going on his point. I agree that the TNA's Divas women's division is much better. But I thought Nikki Bella looked all right in the match. I mean, a lot better than some of her other matches. So I didn't think it was too bad of a. I guess it was good showcasing for Nikki, but it'll be interesting to see where this feud is leading between Stephanie McMahon and the Bellas. Maybe we're going to see Brie Bella do something soon. So hopefully this leads to something, I guess, maybe somewhat interesting. And I guess maybe the Stephanie McMahon Brie Bella feud can kind of be that third place in in for Dan in terms of Daniel Bryan's feud for versus the Authority. You know, maybe have his wife go in and feud with Stephanie McMahon. But anyways, are you back, Justin?
Yes, I am back.
Looks like he's not back. So
Hey, I'm here.
never mind. Back. Anything else you want to add?
No, not too much I want to add about
Anything
this.
else you want to add to this match?
No, I don't have anything to add about this match. I mean, it was nothing too special about this. What I was saying is before, you know, like the Divas division is so lackluster, and like I said, I like the knockouts in TNA so much better. It's like so much better. So yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I agree with you. I agree with you on that. So our next match of the night was Cesaro versus Big E. Big E Legs, and I still gotta call him Big E Legs, and I don't care. So Cesaro entering alone. He didn't have Paul Heyman with him, which confused the heck out of me. Just wondering why Paul Heyman is not there. They still haven't explained why. They just said, you know, maybe he was fired, but it turns out he's not fired. So maybe we're gonna learn some stuff about the supposed Plan C, which you can find out later. This was an interesting match. It's just this is where I don't know where they're going with Cesaro right now. This is his third straight week losing cleanly to Guy. Now I guess the way he lost kind of, you know, maybe you know, relieve some of the you know, stuff going around for Cesaro, but you know, the match itself is not too bad. I mean, there was some interesting stuff. I'm a good wrestler. I think that he could be something in the future, as long as they do some good things with him. But yeah, what did you think of the match, Justin?
Yeah, it was alright. Like, nothing too special. I mean, I don't know why they keep having Cesaro lose to. Yeah, this is his third loss, like you said, and hopefully he's not going to be the next Curtis Axel because they're kind of treating him like he's going to be the next Curtis Axel. You know, because you know how when Paul Heyman left Axel, he lost every match. You know, he became a jobber, and hopefully they don't do that to. Hopefully they don't do that to Cesaro. I mean. But the plan C is Brock Lesnar.
Cesaro was more. Yeah. Of course, it'd be quite obvious that Brock Lesnar is Plan C, which we'll get to later. But before we move on to the next segment, I just want to say, I hope Cesaro doesn't turn into Curtis Axel. I don't think he'll turn into Curtis Axel. I do think they have big plans for Cesaro. I think it's kind of, you know, mainly pushing Roman Reigns right now as the top. They don't want two things at the same time. They're really Reigns right now. Look at Cesaro later. I do expect Cesaro to turn, but hopefully, I'm hoping Cesaro gets on the right track, and if that's with or without Heyman, I don't know, but I guess we'll see. So we'll move on to the next segment of the show. Claire came out, talked to the fans.
One thing I have to say is, hopefully Cesaro wins the Battle Royal this Sunday. If he wins that Battle Royal this Sunday, then that'll be good. Maybe that's why they have to keep losing. Maybe they put him over.
Yeah, so that shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a shocking victory. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, but that'd be, in my opinion, that's just bad booking. I mean, but they have been, just going a bit off topic, they have been booking Sheamus as the guy who could potentially unify the titles, and maybe that's where they're going with that. But I guess we'll see at the Battle Royal. I don't know what you think if Sheamus would win the Battle Royal for the Intercontinental.
I wouldn't really like that. I don't think they need to have the titles unified. I mean, let's keep them separate. And other people, what I hear people saying is they might unify. I hear people saying that Ziggler might win the match, which I don't think Ziggler is gonna win though. But that'd be nice if he does, you know.
No.
But
yeah,
my number one pick to win that match is.
But the booking him has just been brutal.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah. My Pizarro, my two is Sheamus, and my three, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to Kofi Kingston. He's going to be my dark horse in that battle royal. Kofi Kingston as the new Intercontinental Champion. But those are my picks, anyways, for it. But anyways, we'll just move on to the Chris Jericho segment with Bray Wyatt. Chris Jericho came out saying WWE was his home, talking about all the odd things he's seen while he's with the company. Um, Jericho then was saying his accomplishments, and then he said he went to his opponent at Battleground, Bray Wyatt, and he said he was going to get crazy at Battleground with all the fans behind him. And then afterwards, Wyatt appeared on the big screen and talked about children's frail minds. It made it no clear why he attacked Jericho, so still no reason why he wanted to attack Jericho, but that's okay. It's Bray Wyatt. Pull it off. And then the lights shut off, and Luke Harper and Eric Rowan stood in the ring after the lights came back on. And Jericho got out of the ring, backpedaled up to the entrance ramp, where Wyatt meted him and greeted him with a forearm shot to the back of the head. Then he hit Sister Abigail on the sill meshing of the ramp before kneeling over his prey. This was a pretty cool segment. The thing that really got me mad was during Bray Wyatt's part of the promo, crowds were chanting boring. I can't believe I've heard a crowd chanting boring in a Bray Wyatt promo. If you saw my Twitter account, which you can follow at Gibby, little plug, I put a meme saying with Dean Ambrose, the famous Dean Ambrose, do you boo a Bray Wyatt promo? Nope. You do not boo a Bray Wyatt promo. You listen and you follow the buzzards. But other than that little pet peeve of mine, this was a great segment. I'm really, really excited for this match. This match is probably the match I'm really looking forward to at Battleground. I'm really interested to see where this goes. I wouldn't be surprised also if Jericho won this match and then Bray Wyatt would pick up the win at SummerSlam. So hopefully this be interesting to see for any Chris Jericho fans and Bray Wyatt fans. But what are your opinions, Justin?
Yeah, dude, I love this. This is probably one of the best segments of the night. I mean, I like when Bray Wyatt did this to Abigail on top of the stage. That was really good. And this is kind of getting off topic now, talking about Battleground. But match tonight, I think, is going to be at Battleground, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. That's going to be match of the night. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I see also at Battleground, I see Chris Jericho going over because I don't see Jericho. I don't see Jericho losing all of his matches to Bray Wyatt. I see him actually winning one and Bray Wyatt winning at SummerSlam and then Champions, and then Chris Jericho goes away to Fozzy again, and that'll be really good. I mean, this is gonna be a really good match this Sunday. It's gonna be good. Probably maybe second best match of the night. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. And
yeah, really, I think this is gonna be a really cool match.
And why would you chant boring for a Bray Wyatt promo? I mean, his promos are golden. I love Bray Wyatt's promos. I mean, how can you boo that?
Yeah.
I mean, chant boring for that. I mean, that's just horrible.
I mean, that's so stupid. Yeah, and I called out the crowd for that. And I didn't like that they were chanting boring because I didn't think that promo deserved a boring chant. And I thought it was an awesome segment. As you said, probably one of the best segments of the night. Yep.
Weren't they in Richmond?
Go ahead.
Weren't they in Richmond? I think they were. Yeah, they were in Richmond.
Virginia. Virginia, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, they were, and that crowd.
Yeah, Richmond is not really known known for their.
Yeah, I have to agree with
That
you.
crowd was just very mixed. It
Hmm.
had its moments. It had its of pure brilliance, and then its moments of trying to just not really being a good crowd. But yeah, but Richmond crowds, as far as I've seen in the past, haven't are always like that. So, um, but anyways, yeah, it was the crowd was mixed. At the beginning, I was like, yeah, this crowd's awesome, and I heard this, and I'm like, really, guys, this is not the promo you should be saying chanting boring to. But
You know
yeah,
what?
any final thoughts on this promo?
Yeah, I mean, it was good, and that's all what I most have to say about this promo. Also, and I had to rate this promo. Maybe, it's pretty high up there. Maybe it's close to a 5. It's close to a 5. It's really close.
Close to 5.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not going to rate it as high, but I'm definitely going to give it a 4.5. I mean, this was a great promo, and it was great up with two guys who were just awesome on the mic, Jericho and Wyatt. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to their match at Battleground. So hopefully it goes all well at Battleground. And let's just move on to the next segment of the show. Next segment we have here was AJ Lee versus Eva Marie. This was an interesting choice of competitors between each other. Paige was at the announce table and just complimenting her throughout the entire match. This is insane. An interesting way of building up this feud between Paige and AJ. Just complimenting each other, which is kind of interesting, but maybe it can work. In terms of myself, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Eva Marie was not bad in this match. I didn't think she was that bad in this match. Her selling has gotten better. Her wrestling has gotten better. It still doesn't bring down the fact, though, that she needs to probably be in NXT for a while to wrestle there. And WWE is not a bad thing if you go back down in NXT and maybe get a storyline out of Total Divas from it. You never know, WWE. Think of the possibilities. But anyways, this match was all right. I mean, as I said, this was probably Eva Marie's best showing by far. Like, she looked like an actual an actual woman's wrestler in this match. But I guess you can be with AJ Lee opponent. This was an interesting match. Again, just more back and forth between me and AJ. This is going to lead to. But hopefully you get a long match, a battleground between AJ Lee and Paige, because I think that could be an awesome match to watch. Those two are probably the best wrestlers on the Divas roster right now. So what were your thoughts on it, Justin?
I mean, I 100% agree with you, but I don't know who the face is in this what's it called, this rivalry. I don't know who the face is. I mean, maybe AJ is. I think
Yeah.
AJ is the face in this, and like maybe I think Paige is like the heel. I'm not sure because like they're both acting face, but they're both crazy chicks. They're both crazy. I think it's like Paige is the crazier one and AJ's is crazy. You know? I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I have to agree with you.
Absolutely.
It was all right. It was all right.
It's just it's in.
What was that?
Yeah, definitely. And again, I say this. Definitely, even Marie's best showing. This match was probably. This match is just it's a basic. It's a basic 2 for me. It wasn't bad. Even Marie's best showing. But that's not really saying too much. But what's your match rating, Justin?
2 also. I mean, I can't rate it any higher than this. I mean,
2.
2. Eva Marie's best showing, like you said. I mean, she needs to go back down to NXT. She's never been to NXT. She needs to go to NXT actually, because I mean, if they have her in NXT and they have her
No.
like down there, maybe for like a year or two, I mean, she would do good down there. I mean, then they can bring her up to
Yeah.
WWE, and then they can have her
Yeah.
as a good diva. But yeah,
And she's getting better every day. I
yeah.
mean, I'm seeing improvement in Eva Marie.
Hmm.
But I think she could be even better down in NXT. So yeah. Anything else you want to add before we move on to the next segment?
No, nope. Uh, yeah, we can go on to the next segment. Yep.
All right. So we'll get the next segment here. Yep. I have the Great Khali versus Bo Dallas. That was an interesting segment. Just a bit of filler, to be honest, but Bo Dallas is really embracing this character. I'm a believer. I don't know about you, Justin, but I'm a believer.
Yeah, I'm a believer also. I love Bo Dallas. I mean, he's like one of the most over guys right now. He's one of the most over
Sorry, are
guys.
you a yeah?
Yes, I'm a believer. It was. I don't really
Mhm.
like the Great Khali. I don't know why he was facing the Great Khali
Yeah,
though.
and it was yeah. It's
What were you saying?
um. Yeah, me neither. But I guess Kali probably needs something. I was just saying, Kali's probably gonna need something to do. Probably needed something to do. So I guess that's why they put him in this match. But yeah, sorry. Bit of some connections. Just bear with us a little bit. But it was an interesting match. So I thought Dallas really did up his ear. And I liked the little promo he said where he said he was talking about El Torito. I don't know if there's a GIF out there. There's a GIF out there of Dallas doing his celebration run around the ring, and then him just running over El Torito. Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
was.
try and find that meme. But he was saying how El Torito might be tiny, but his heart's huge. Just totally playing up his character. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just totally playing up the character and in match. I'm gonna give this match. I'm gonna give it a 2 for Bo Dallas.
yeah. Same with me. I'll give it a 2 also. I do have to agree with everything on that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I am a believer. Hashtag believe, guys. If you're not a believer, I don't know why you're watching this. If you're not a believer, I mean, you should be a believer. I mean, Bo Dallas is one of the best. I mean, I'm not one of the best. I mean, he's one of the most in I can't I know the word, but most inspiration.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. You know the word I'm talking about, but. Yeah, it was all right. Give it a 2, just because of Bo Dallas was in this. Yeah. Want to go to the next segment?
Inspirational.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's inspirational. That's the word I was
Yeah.
trying to find. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with you on that.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So ready to go to the next
So
segment?
we'll just move on to the next segment here. Yeah, again, just a little bit of lag here, just a little bit of a connection problem, and we're just having a little bit of connection problem here. So we're just gonna try and run through this last segment here. Uh, run through this quickly. So again, apologies for any of the tech problems, but try and get through this quickly. Main event match: Orton, Rollins, and Kane versus Cena and Reigns. This was an interesting match. Ric Flair out. doing the strut. It was awkward of him around Renee Young, but it was interesting some of the stuff that happened during the match. Um, and we had Flair actually getting the getting the World Heavyweight Championship belt, which is led to of it being retired, and I can confirm that I believe it is retired because if you go on the WWE.com website, you will find that under retired championships, the World Heavyweight Championship has been added. So it looks like we're just going to see the new WWE title, and we're probably going to see that new WWE title have its new logo soon. So I'm pretty excited for that. But anyways, back to the match. We had our match between Orton, Rollins, Kane, and Cena Reigns. Ambrose was this match, but he got attacked earlier in the show. This was an alright match. Again, another disqualification win. It was an interesting match. I was surprised that Ambrose didn't come out and attack. I was surprised Ambrose didn't come out to attack Rollins after the match. If you remember, during that match, Roman panned away and Rollins was not in that match very long. So maybe that's why Ambrose didn't do the run-in. So they decided to move on to the other stuff. Just a lot of chaos in this match, but I'll just let Justin on to this match, just finish off with his opinions. Again, apologies if there's any bit of spacing. But yeah, Justin, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Yeah, this was a alright match. I mean, what was it? Oh yeah, this was a pretty good match. Again, it was a handicap match, and I didn't really like that they had the disqualification. They have too many disqualifications these days. Don't you agree with me on that? I mean, but
oh, I totally agree.
Yeah, but like you said, it was good. It was a good match, and I don't know why that they didn't have Dean Ambrose come down and interrupt and stuff, which they should have, but I don't know why. But yeah, one thing. Oh yeah, let me get on to my rant now. This is my rant part. Okay, so here we go. Man, how much do you think they paid Ric Flair to get over John Cena? How much do you think they paid him?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Yes, I do have to agree. They paid him quite a bit to put over fucking John Cena. I fucking hated that.
Yeah.
That doesn't make Cena get liked.
No.
Because of Ric Flair putting him over. That doesn't make him get liked. And all the Ric Flair fans are going to hate that. All the Ric Flair fans hate that he put him over. It was just horrible. I mean, Ric Flair would have never put him over but only because he was getting paid a whole bunch of money to do that. That's why Ric Flair did that. But I just hated that. I just hated that. I mean, that was
absolutely. And I understand that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally understand that too. I mean, personally, I've never had too many problems with Cena. I can understand why people don't like Cena. As I talked with Justin before we started the show, I said that the reason why people don't like Cena and people do like Rock, Austin, Hogan, was that they were able to expand on their characters. Hogan took a while to expand on his character, but he eventually became the guy who turned on the fans, didn't like the fans, and started the New World Order. Austin was popular for being the corporate rebel, and he expanded into different roles, including beer drinking redneck, doing stunners all over the place. Rock, he was able to expand his character as well. People may think that Rock played the same character all the time, but The Rock has been able to expand his character when needed to. The Rock, played essentially himself during the Attitude Era, and then he expanded into the Hollywood gimmick. He did some singing as well. More elements of Rock. The reason why people don't like Cena is that Cena doesn't add anything as a top guy. Cena is not. Cena has just been doing the same stuff, and some people like that. Some people kind of like the same. Personally, I don't, but I don't think Cena's shenanigans are that bad, but I also don't think they're that great either. I would like to see new elements to his character that would make Cena more interesting. And that's why people don't like Cena. It's just because he has nothing added to it, and he's been on the top so long, and people just want some change. And people want heel turn. Heel turn's not going to solve the solution. What they need to do is add upon Cena's character, and instead of him being portrayed as Superman, that can beat everybody, OC Nation, have him be afraid of some of the opponents. They tried to do that with one, but they totally botched it. Have him be afraid of some opponents, and sometimes just make him lose. And I don't like that Cena can go over on some other guys. If you're and I said this before during the Bray Wyatt Cena feud, if you're going to put a guy like Wyatt, who's a rising star, definitely a rising star, and you're going to put him against Cena, and you don't want Cena to lose, don't put Cena against any of your rising stars. But the problem with WWE is they don't have that much main event talent because Punk is gone, Bryan is hurt, Triple H is part-time, essentially. Brock Lesnar is part-time, so they need to try and get more main event guys into the picture. So that's why Cena's going against these rising stars. The problem is they don't want the rising stars to go over on Cena because they think Cena will look bad, even though a loss against Cena would not hurt him. I mean, look at what happened to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan beat him clean. Look at what happened. Daniel Bryan got over, and Cena is still stronger than ever. And anyways, going back to the point, though, never put a rising star against Cena if you're going to make Cena win all the time. Because that just makes the guy losing look bad, not as strong as Cena. Super Cena reigns, all the time. And that's why people don't like Cena, just those two characters. And so I totally agree with people why they don't like Cena. But they try and go after his person, and I don't like it because Cena is a good person. He's, done so many Make-A-Wishes, and he's a great top guy for the company in terms of, making the company look good and all that. But in the ring with character, yes, I agree, there needs to be some changes. But a flat-out heel turn's not going to solve the solution, It works for some guys. Cena plays a good heel, but you need to have the elements in place for Cena to become a heel. And I think Cena may have those elements, but we don't know for sure. Anyways, that's my explanation on Cena. It's going right back to the match. Is there anything else you want to add, Justin? Because I have nothing else to add to this. It was just a typical disqualification.
Yeah, it was just
Finish.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you. It was just a typical disqualification, like you said. Also, see, you know what? Here's what I call him. I call him Fuckboy Buckethead. I like calling him that. I just started calling him that. Fuckboy Buckethead. That's his new name. That's my new name for Cena. Fuckboy Buckethead. Go get out the golden shovel. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, like you said,
from Triple H's personal collection.
Yeah. I mean, like you said,
from Triple H's personal collection.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, a heel turn's not going to change it, It's not going to change it much. I mean, yes, some people are going to start cheering for him, but it's not going to change the whole thing. Like, they need to change his gimmick up a little bit, like, add some new things into his gimmick, You don't have to turn him heel. It's just have him lose to some upcoming stars, like how Daniel Bryan did, but then he lost to Randy Orton in, like, a minute, which was horrible at SummerSlam last year. But this ain't the point about... We're not talking about SummerSlam. We're talking about Raw. And, I mean, yeah. It was alright, Raw. I mean, not bad. I mean, this is kind of like a forgettable Raw. I mean, I would have to rate this Raw maybe with seeing Ric Flair and, having the Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt segment and, having with Dean Ambrose and Oh yeah, you know what segment we forgot, but it doesn't matter that we forgot this, but we forgot about that one when John Cena and Roman Reigns were backstage. We forgot about that one, but it doesn't matter about that.
Yeah, doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's just showing tension between Cena and Reigns, just like in the first promo of the show. But uh, do you have a rating for Raw tonight?
Probably I'll have to rate this. We're on a 6.5. 6.5 out of 10. I mean, not
6.5.
bad. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lower. I know it sounds weird because I kind of had some good stuff during the show. But not crazy lower, like a 6. I'm gonna give it a bang on 6 because of all the a bunch of the filler that happened during the show was just brutal.
Yeah.
Didn't like the filler. I just I wish they could have done something different to fill in that show. But otherwise, there were some good moments during the show, especially the Bray Wyatt and Ric Flair, or sorry, Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho promo. Imagine Bray Wyatt versus Ric Flair. That'd be a cool match.
That would be a cool match, but
Yeah.
that would be cool. But can Ric Flair still go? Yes, he can. Yes, he can still wrestle. I mean, that'd be a good match to see.
Ric Flair overselling all of Wyatt's moves. Oh, I'd want to see that.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 10. Good stuff. There was some good stuff. Just a lot of filler kind of really brought the show down. I didn't like the Sonic promotion. I didn't like as well Flair kind of promoting Cena. Not because I'm a Cena hater, but because I guess all wrestling fans really know that Ric Flair is probably the greatest champion of all time. But again, like I said on another podcast, don't worry, guys. You know, they officially is 16 time world champion. But if you count the other times where it was unofficial, he's a 21 time world champion. So he's still better than Cena in that. So just for those guys that want to make sure that Flair is still number one, just tell them that he was a 21 time world champion.
Yeah.
Anyways, final thoughts, Justin, before we head off?
Yeah, it was a good role, like you said. It wasn't bad. Some good segments, some bad segments. Mostly, it was just, a whole bunch of filler in here. That's why I gave it, filler. But we'll see what happens this Sunday at Battleground, man. It's going to be good, I think. It's going to be a good pay-per-view. At least it's not going to be so much filler like at this pay-per-view like they did at, what was it, at Money in the Bank. That pay-per-view was like so filler. It was crazy, but we're just rambling on right now. So
I guess I'll just go ahead and finish up here. Thank you all for listening to the Raw review we did. Thanks to Justin for taking time out of his day to help guest host the Monday Night Raw. And hopefully you guys enjoy the Battleground coming up. Just a little bit of updates before. Friday, I'm going to have an interview with Reality of Wrestling's Brian Keith. That's Booker T's promotion. Very excited to be interviewing my first wrestler, Brian Keith. Going to be awesome. Check that out on Friday. Going to be at 6:30. And also, too, just had a interview last night with football running back, professional football running back. He has played in the NFL, played for the Kansas City Chiefs, and also played in the CFL for the Ottawa Redblacks. He is Jordan Roberts. You can check that video out on my YouTube channel. Rising very quickly, as I've seen, already 180 views. So if we could get 200 views, hopefully at the end of the day, today, as I'm recording this, that'd be awesome. So definitely go check out that interview with Jordan Roberts. Very great, very nice guy, very down to earth. Definitely go help him out. Definitely go follow him on Twitter. But anyways, Justin, before we go, do you want to just quickly replug all your social media?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube at Juggernaut097 and follow me at the True JSB again. I think the links will be down below. I'm not sure, but
I will have them. I will have them below once I
and
get the video uploaded.
and also don't forget to watch Roz Ghibli's don't forget to watch his Friday night talk. Isn't it Talk Down? Yeah, don't forget to watch those,
Yep,
man.
Friday Night Talk Down.
Yeah, don't
Absolutely,
forget to watch
definitely go
them.
check that out. Definitely go check that out. If speaking of Friday Night Talk Down, thank you for reminding me of that. If you have any questions, I'm going to be taking questions live on Friday Night Talk Down. If you have any questions for me on Friday Night Talk Down, you can send them to me on Twitter at RiseGibby. You can send a status update on my. You can send me a message through Facebook under the same name, RiseGibby, and you can also put one down in the comment section below. You can ask a question, and I will answer it on the live Friday Night Talk Down. And the Friday Night Talk Down will probably happen after the Brian Keith interview. So definitely go check that out. Friday Night Talk Down, talking about latest news and rumors going around the wrestling world. But anyways, going to finish up here. For Justin Baird, this is Zach McGibby. Thanking you for tuning into the Roz Gibby podcast live. And as always, this is Gibby signing out.